doing a video of a big old cortex rind on a piece, what I call a camelback or turtleback hump. How to get rid of all of this, and we'll try to walk you through it and see maybe it might help. I like challenges like this with a flint knap. First off, I'm going to hit on this right here and try to drive a piece this way. In doing that, I hope to turn this edge up. Now, if you'll see where it came out, now look what happened. Let me turn it this way. See how it made that big circle right in there? It gave me an edge to get on. But I'm going to hit this way a little more and even make a better platform. So I'm going to turn it back over. I'm going to come down and strike it. I'm going to buy me a tripod or something to hold this camera. I work on my leg. I don't work up in there like this. I can't get this camera to look down. It'd take me a while to build something to hold it. And I just don't have time to fool with that. So now that this has made a big curve right in here, as you can see, I'm going to come this way with it. Take this part out. Take that part out. Now then I'm going to come back this way and hit. And what that did, that put a big curve in this part with the cortex on it. So I'm going to grind and I'm going to try to hit above the cortex. If you hit the cortex, it'll sort of absorb the shock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a pencil line right here. And the cortex is right below that pencil line where I'm marking right now, so I'm going to try to hit up above it. And that way it'll dry the flake off and get rid of that spongy cortex. Okay, now I'm going to go back over here, and I've got a pretty good ridge. I've got a hinge right there, but I still got a pretty good ridge. I think I can drive that off. Man, I did. Shouldn't have hit it twice. It was already off. It was just hanging on there. That's how you remove big pieces quick. When it's thick, you set up good ridges to follow and get your platform set up. Just be patient. Take your time. Now then, if you look, I've got a ridge running right through here, and I'm going to hit on it. I'm hitting just real easy on this one. I don't want to overshoot it. If I hit too hard, it's going to come across and overshoot it. Okay, now, if you look right here, there's a little ridge running this way, but when I turn over, I don't have nothing but cortex hit on. So I'm not going to get too good a shock. So I'm going to just kind of take a little billet here and hit back this way, knock that cortex off. And that's going to leave, the cortex is gone where my finger's rubbing, it's gone. And if you look, that's a real good ridge coming right down through there. I'm going to go now with my holler bopper billet. Knocked that flake off, went right down the ridge. I'm going to look over here, and there's a big ridge running like this. So I got cortex on it, so I'm going to do just like I did. I'm going to hit on that cortex this way and try to drive it off, and I was able to. So now I'm going to come back. Ooh, I almost knocked my phone over. I got lucky then. Now I'm going to come back and watching my phone. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to strike right here and try to run it down the ridge there. And then I'm going to move over this way, do it again. I'm going to move over this way and do it again. And one more time. So that's pretty good. We got a ridge coming around here. I'm going to hit it like this. Kind of knocked it out real quick. I got a ridge that's running this way. I'm gonna run one down it, try to thin the base with it doing that. I'm hoping it's gonna run a long ways. I'm gonna try to make this one go all the way to here like this, right around that little hook there. So let me see. You can see the ridge. I'm gonna try to run it just like that. Now I'm trying to hold that up where you can see. I took that little hook right there out, went just like I wanted it to. Actually, the hook was sitting right there. This piece broke off, but there the hook's gone. Now I'm gonna straighten that base up a little bit, make it kind of straight across. And my point's curved towards me right now, so I'm gonna knock down on it the opposite way. I'm losing a little length doing this, but I'm curving it towards me where I can run a good, be like a fluting flake. It's not actually what it is, but the ridge is running uphill here, and I'm gonna hit and run a flake down it. Like that. Go ahead and run one down it this way like that. Now, we'll start working on the base here. What I'm trying to do right now is just lightly pack along this edge and roll it up. Or turn it, whatever you want to call it. In other words, the edge is like this, and I'm bringing it up like that. Now, when I turn this over, you see what I'm talking about. See how that edge going that way? Now, I'm going to run it this way up towards that middle of that base, and that's going to thin that base real thin without me having to risk a chance of breaking it by hitting straight into it. All right, I'm going to put this piece back and take it off so you can see it like that. See how thin that base? Right now I'm going to come in the other way and do the same thing. I'm going to hit and run it up the base. I'm coming this way. I didn't hit. That's my bad. I didn't hit high enough. I'm up here trying to do like this. I don't hammer like this. It's a real weird feeling to me. Sort of like trying to hammer with my opposite hand. But it's no excuse. As long as I've been doing it, I'll be able to hit it standing on my head. That's what I used to tell kids when I coached baseball. You can hit the ball swinging up like this, swinging this way, or chopping at it. As long as you keep your eye on the ball, last to the minute, you're going to touch it with the bat. If you watch that ball all the way to the bat, you're just about going to touch it. And so I have no excuses for not hitting high enough up on that edge. I'm going to try it again. Now this time, I succeeded in it. All right, if you look, we got a hair right in here. I'm going to come across here and try to take it out. I had a guy to send me a message, want to know how could I get a toolkit to start flint knapping. And who sold them all? I said, make them yourself. All you got to do is go buy some hollow PVC pipe and go to the plumbing supply store and get you some little copper caps and put tape around there where they fit tight on there, and then tape them up and find the billet you'll ever want right there. And then pressure flakers, you can just take a broom handle and put a piece of copper in the end of it to get started for a pressure flaker. I buy my tools, my pressure flakers, because I like them that adjust like this, where they turn this way. But man, I've used a many solid piece of wood. I got some here somewhere if I can grab it and show you. I don't see it. But I got little broom handles everywhere on that other table over there with nails driven in them. All right, I'm gonna come across here. Take that out. Get up here a little bit to try and just turn this edge down here. I'm not trying to move any mass or anything. And now as I look at it, I see some mass right in here, and this point droops down. See how it's coming this way? I'm gonna see if I can do something about that. And I know I'm going too fast, and I promise you I try to go as slow as I can go. I've been doing this all my life as fast as I can do it. When I'm doing a video, so I'm gonna slow down, I don't realize it, but I speed up as I get into the process. Now, here's the hump, right in here. So I'm gonna hit on this side, turn it over, knock it out. Move down, I got a ridge, it's already ground right there. Knock it out. Now it's leaving me with a hump right here. Now with this hump right here, this is a good lesson right here. Let me grab this joker. Here you go, just what I'm looking for. There's my wooden handle with a nail drove in it. That's a good pressure flaker right there. Or drive copper nail in it. If you can see, I can't get that to zoom in, but there is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of hinges right here stacked up, and I need to come across there. And that's one of the hardest things to learn how to do. Now, I'm gonna show you. There is a ridge right here, and it goes right behind those hinges. See it? Now, if I make me a little horseshoe or a letter C opening in there and leave me a nipple hit and go down that ridge, it'll go behind that hinge. And you hear me talking an awful lot about going behind the hinge to get it out. Hinges are pretty easy to get out. I don't care how bad they are, if you got enough width left. And you go behind it on both sides. Now, if you look right here, see how that comes out? And I'm gonna hit right here, right here, and run it right down like that. Now, see a little low area right here I need to raise up. So I'm gonna take my pressure flaker real quick and raise it up just a little bit because I can't get my billet in there, it's too tight. I left my camera view because they'd get out on my thigh there to roll that out. All right, now, I'm gonna hit like this. I'm hitting going down it. I'm hitting just like this to take this out. Now watch this, see what happens. Whoa! There's some of the pencil mark. It came right behind it, and now I only got 2 little hinges. But look, I've got another platform. All I gotta do is come in here, and I'm losing width. I admit that, but we gotta get the hinge out anyway. We don't want to stack it up like a stack of dominoes. All right, this way we hit again. And this time it went way behind it. The hinge is up here and went behind it. Now I'm gonna come down on this side and come behind it from this direction. So I'm gonna come into it this way. I hope I stayed in focus with the camera there. And this piece came behind it like this. And now it's just a little old isolated nipple sitting up there. All I gotta do is hit straight down like this and this way, right on top of it. And that hinge is completely gone. And that was like 1, 2, it was 4 stacks on that hinge. Oh my gosh, I got just about 10% battery power left. I didn't realize it. My saw cut off. I need to go get my saw started. I'm behind on cutting some rocks. I'm gonna run one across here, do a few more and I gotta quit. Hope it helps you. All right, this one went across there. Run one back the other way. Try to run this one this way. One across. Now look how flat it's getting across up through there. Still got a hump here. I'm gonna come this way and take this out, and then I'm gonna call it today. I need to run out there, and my saw's not in here, it's outside under the shed. I need to go out there and get it fired up and get it going. And I don't have enough battery juice to put this thing on pause and come back. I just happened to see this piece, so I'm gonna do a video on it real quick. All right, coming right down the end, just like a flute. Move that part of that hump. I'm gonna come over here, make me a platform. Try to move some off of this side. Okay, that hump's gone there. Now I got a ridge right here I want to get rid of. I'm just lightly tapping down like this to roll this, to bring this edge up. Now I'm gonna come over this way. I'm gonna hit back this way like this. That should start removing that ridge. When you can't get above the center line very good with your nipple or your platform, if you can't get it right below the center line, you're up above it even with. Come this way. Hit just like this. That'll lessen your odds of breaking it and help you get across it. Okay, one more on this side and this is it. If you hear something like Kellogg's Rice Krispies snap, crackle, and pop, like electricity popping, that's my old refrigerator that's 50 years old back over in the corner. I don't know what's going on. I've been doing that for 2 weeks. Every time it comes on, it'll pop like that and rattle. Okay, there we go. We could thin this baby out real thin and still have a pretty good point. We lose about, a ½ inch. 1/4 inch on each side on the width to thin it out. All right, it's been 18 minutes, so I hope you enjoy it. It shows you how to work a big chunk down when you got a big thick chunk. Something like this right here, this is my favorite stuff to work. I hate working solid slabs. I work them because rock costs too much and I have to, but I hate it. I'd rather work them whole.